This is number 2 of the video series about me. I want to talk to you a little bit about my childhood. I was born in Phoenix, Arizona, and if I understand correctly, my Uncle John, my Aunt Jolene, my Uncle Jim, and my father were all there when I was born. My Uncle Jim actually flew in because he was a pilot, and even though my mom and dad had already divorced, of course, they were both there to witness my birth. Then my mom and me, we ended up in California, and my mom had my little sister. And somehow, when I was about 5, we ended up in Liberal, Missouri. I don't know exactly the time frame, but I remember being at my Uncle John's church and watching my mom start crying whenever a missionary from Mexico came to visit, and she heard God talking to her about moving to the border and being a missionary. And so let me see, when I was in the 2nd grade, we moved to Lamar for a little bit, and then my mom, the brave woman that she is, took her 2 little girls and moved to the border of Mexico. She went to language school in McAllen for a year when I was in the 3rd grade, and then we ended up living in Roma, Texas for the majority of my childhood. I had an amazing life as a kid. We lived 5 blocks from Old Mexico. If I remember, on Fridays, we walked over to Mexico a lot and had fried chicken. And I remember the first time that I experienced a jalapeno. I knew better than to eat it because it was hot, but I messed with it and I played with it and I put it all in my hands, and then we went shoe shopping, and guess what I did? I stuck my hands in my eyes. I'll never forget that, and I never did it again. Anyway, I had so many friends on the border. I remember one girl, Maricela Cavazos. If she's watching this, she'll appreciate it. She said, Sonia, they actually called me Sonia. I'm not going to talk to you unless you learn to speak Spanish. So, guess what? I learned to speak Spanish. So, to all my friends on the border, te amo mucho. I love you very much, and I miss the people in Roma, Texas, where I'm from. And that basically was my childhood as a little girl up until the end of my sophomore year in high school, and then we moved to Owasso, Oklahoma. And that story I'll leave for another day, but that's probably something you didn't know about me. I was raised on the border of Mexico as a missionary's kid, and yes, I was a missionary's brat just like a preacher's kid, but that again is another story. So you guys have a great day, and I hope you enjoy these videos. See you tomorrow.